What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond Omega Level, where we discuss the most powerful characters in comics. And for this week's episode, we're talking about a character that has been a major part of both Asgardian and comic battles, as well as somebody you guys have been asking for in the comments non-stop for months. Beta Ray Bill. So Beta Ray Bill was created by Walt Simonson during his classic run writing and drawing Thor, and his first appearance was in the Mighty Thor number 337 in 1983. Now, Simonson has stated that the idea to create a character that could live up to the inscription on Thor's hammer Mjolnir, which states that whoever possesses the hammer, should they be worthy, would possess the power of Thor, was the most significant aspect of creating Beta Ray Bill, because up to that point, no one but Thor himself had been worthy to lift Mjolnir. So Simonson wanted to create a noble warrior that would be able to, and hence Beta Ray Bill was created. Now, Bill belongs to a race of aliens known as the Korbinites, whose galaxy was destroyed by Surtur, resulting in nearly every Korbinite being killed. Now, Bill was chosen to be the protector of the remaining Korbinites, which meant that he had to undergo a process that essentially turned him into a cyborg and also drastically altered his appearance so that he looked more like a horse. Now, Bill is placed in stasis aboard the ship Skuttlebutt until he's awakened by an alarm warning of an impending threat, which happens to be Thor, who just so happens to carry the same magical energy that destroyed Korbin, as both he and Surtur are of Asgard. Now, Bill is then summoned by Odin to Asgard, and after he shows his ability to lift Mjolnir, Odin orders Thor and his horse, Beta Ray Bill, my bad, to battle to decide the rightful owner of the hammer. Now, Thor and Bill incapacitate each other, but Bill recovers first due to his acclimation to warm climates, since the battle took place in a fiery region known as Svartalfheim, so he's basically declared the winner. Now, instead of getting ownership of Mjolnir as promised, Odin has a new hammer commissioned for Bill called Stormbreaker, and so Bill agrees to help the Asgardians defeat Surtur's forces, and he's basically been a frequent ally of Thor's ever since. And he also shows up quite often to fight some of Marvel's cosmic threats, and in fact, he was actually part of the Annihilators. Now, Beta Ray Bill has superhuman physical attributes, including strength, speed, and durability. In terms of strength, Bill is every bit the equal of Thor, and a battle between the two of them levels the surrounding countryside. On another occasion, Bill and Thor work together to hold up the entirety of Asgard, which is basically like holding up a planet. Now, Beta Ray Bill is also an incredibly fast character, possessing the ability to travel faster than the speed of light, and on one occasion, he was able to escape a black hole due to his insane speed. Now, as for his durability, Beta Ray Bill is pretty much invulnerable to harm. He's had planets destroyed around him and barely even seemed to notice. He's taken energy blasts from Galactus and has even survived being inside the hottest part of a star. So yeah, it's pretty much impossible to kill Beta Ray Bill, which is why he's routinely able to go toe-to-toe with some of the most powerful characters in Marvel Comics. The funny thing about this is Bill is made even more formidable by wielding his hammer Stormbreaker, which is one of the most powerful weapons in Marvel Comics, as it's pretty much identical in terms of power and enchantment to Thor's hammer Mjolnir. Now, while wielding Stormbreaker, Bill was able to cut through one of Galactus's energy blasts and was even able to crack Galactus's armor, which, if you know anything about Galactus, you know he is without a doubt one of the strongest characters in the history of Marvel Comics, and that harming him through conventional means is nearly impossible. But another ability Stormbreaker affords Beta Ray Bill is that he can create portals by spinning the hammer at great speeds, and these portals allow him to transport himself anywhere in the universe. Now, when coupled with his amazing strength, Bill can use this ability to do some pretty impressive things, like bringing an asteroid through one of the portals to use in a battle against Ego the Living Planet, and that fight was amazing, teleporting a black hole through one of the portals, or even teleporting the entirety of Asgard. Now, Stormbreaker can also manipulate the weather and has the specific ability of being able to control lightning. Now, it can also create incredibly powerful force fields capable of deflecting blows from the likes of Nova and Super Skrull, whose powers are basically designed to replicate those of the Fantastic Four, meaning his blast should have been as strong as that of the Human Torch. Now, Stormbreaker is also capable of producing magical enchantments, manipulating the laws of physics, and sapping energy from its opponents, even ones as powerful as Ego. Furthermore, Beta Ray Bill is an expert in hand-to-hand combat, as well as an expert battle strategist and tactician, so much so that Thor has enough confidence in his abilities that he leaves Asgard under Bill's command when he himself is unable to lead. And although often overlooked as one of Marvel's most powerful characters, Beta Ray Bill has more than enough feats to justify himself as a Beyond Omega level character. For instance, he's battled and defeated Stardust, a herald of Galactus who's imbued with the power cosmic and therefore roughly equivalent to the Silver Surfer in terms of power. Speaking of the Silver Surfer, Bill's also battled him and held his own until the Surfer's board basically incapacitated him by hitting him in the back of the head, which is kind of a cheap shot. But Beta Ray Bill has also proven himself to be able to destroy planets with Stormbreaker on more than one occasion, and when he removes the restraints on his power, Bill reaches a state only sustainable for a few minutes, but during that time, he's able to take out an entire army that even Stardust and Silver Surfer combined could not handle. And when we remind ourselves that Beta Ray Bill was able to harm Galactus, it leaves us with no doubt that Horse Thor is absolutely beyond Omega level and should really get a lot more respect as one of Marvel's most powerful characters. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna bring this to an end. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all later. Peace.